We have made this video to give a brief overview of our project, which is a DTMF over GSM control remote switch for automobile security application, and to show a demonstration of the prototype that we developed to prove the concept of the design. So this is the overview of the project. As the name suggests, the system is developed for automobile security application, and it's designed to be installed in a vehicle. The user is actually it can be the owner of the car or the driver of the car, which for some reason is away from the car, uh, perhaps because the car is being stolen, or he has no access to the car. But the user can control a couple of devices on the car using a cell phone or a telephone line or a VoIP service or whatever. The devices that we are talking about can be power to the engine block of the car so that it can be turned off, or it can be a signal to the security system of the car, or it can be a burglar alarm to indicate that the car is stolen, or something else. The user can call through a cell phone or a telephone line or a VoIP service to the in-system cell phone and can enter the password to authenticate himself or herself, and then use the keys on the cell phone or the normal telephone to control those devices on the vehicle. So now we will see that what's inside the system itself. So this is the higher level overview of the system. It has a power supply module which gets power from a 12-volt car battery and supplies power to the rest of the modules. It has a controller inside. It has output switch conditioning circuit which activate or deactivate the devices that are connected to it. It has an in-system cell phone, which is the source of communication of this system with the rest of the world. It has an audio recording facility which allows the user to record a personal message. This is a welcome message which is played every time a call is made to the in-system cell phone. And it also has a DTMF decoder to decode the DTMF signals coming from the cell phone. So this is the diagram showing the prototype that we designed for the demonstration of the project. We have used MSP430 experimenters board for this design. It has a TI microcontroller on it, and it has some peripheral hardware which allows the controller to be connected to the rest of the system. This is the DTMF decoder that we designed, and it's being fabricated on a proto board. And this is the in-system cell phone that we talked a bit earlier. So this is the diagram showing. Now we will see that how physically the prototype looks like. So this is the MSP430 experimenters board. This is the DTMF decoder module, and this is the in-system cell phone. A bit more about the hardware. That these two LEDs, I hope you are able to see. The green LED and the orange LED over here are emulating the presence of the devices. A bright LED indicates a device turned on, and if it's turned off, it shows that the device is turned off. And this green jumper over here is emulating a record button, which is used by the user to start the recording of the welcome message in the flash of the microcontroller. All the hardware and software modules of the project are documented and modeled in UML using a visual paradigm. You can see all the classes and all the documentation, all the sequence diagrams, all the state flow diagrams, everything over here. And the code for the microcontroller is generated by a visual paradigm using the model of the software classes. I will generate the code. We are done with the code generation. We will go to the IR workbench. This is to compile and download the code that we just generated by the UML model from the UML model. So I will compile it and dump it into the microcontroller. Okay, it's done. Now I will remove this emulator because I want to show a standalone demonstration of the project. I will remove it and power up the system using the batteries on board. Okay, one important thing here is that since we just downloaded the code into the microcontroller, so the flash area of the microcontroller which holds the welcome message, it is empty right now. So first we will record a welcome message in the flash, and for that I will not record the message in my personal voice, but I will use this speech facility over here. I will first let you hear the welcome message that I want to store in the flash.
Welcome to the remote switch. Please enter your password and continue to control the devices.
So this is the message that I want to be stored as a welcome message. So as I told you that this jumper emulates the record button. So you will see that as soon as I will emulate the press of this button, a red LED over here will start blinking for 5 seconds, which indicate the user that the recording is to be started in 5 seconds, and then it will stay bright for 7 seconds. During that time the microcontroller will be recording the welcome message into the flash. So I hope I synchronized things well.
Welcome to the remote switch. Please enter your password and continue to control the devices.
Okay, I hope we have recorded the message into the flash. Now the prototype is ready for the demonstration. Since I don't have another cell phone beside this one, so I will be using this VoIP service, which is similar to using any other cell phone or a telephone line. So I will dial the number of this cell phone, which is the in-system cell phone, and hopefully we will be able to hear the welcome message that we just stored in the flash. So here,
Welcome to the remote switch. Please enter your password and continue to control the devices.
and the password is 1 2 3 4. So the password is the access is granted, and the user has the control of these devices emulated by these LEDs using the keys on his cell phone or on the telephone line. In my case, it's these buttons on my VoIP application. So by pressing 2, I can turn off the green LED, and by pressing 1, I can turn it on back. Similarly, by pressing 4, I can turn off the orange LED, and by 3 I can turn back it on. So the user has the control of these devices using the keys on his or her cell phone or PSTN phone. Another thing, that the welcome message that we stored is not for single time only, but it can be changed as many times as the user wants. I am done with the demonstration, and thanks for watching the video.